5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom shakalaka, mother huggers. Welcome to the Gents. My name is Jared.
And my name is Dane.
And we're coming to you from the heart of the northern suburbs here in Cape Town, South Africa. Edgemead.
Edgemead.
Representing the
Cape
northern
Town.
suburbs. Big up to Edgemead and all the homies that live here. Love you and hate you at the same time. Today, let's get the weather out of the way. We are experiencing a cooler day today. Dane, what would you say?
Yeah, I'd say cooler than the past few days, past few weeks even. Got a bit of overcast going on up in this mother flipper. Yeah.
A bit muggy though. Muggy.
It is a bit muggy.
Bit
Isn't
muggy.
it?
Like
Muggy.
a little bit clammy.
Clamming up a bit.
But yeah, we're loving it. Loving the weather.
Clamden town.
Still praying for rain. Every drop counts. I noticed a few little spurts the day before yesterday. I was really happy when that happened.
Like a light drizzle.
A light drizzle, a little bit of a splatter of rain. And hopefully there'll be more down the line. But let's get to our topic of discussion today.
Yes.
We're going to be having a lovely open light and hopefully informative discussion about the movie Black Panther.
It's another Marvel masterpiece.
Is it Marvel?
Yeah, Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it.
Neither have we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have both not seen the movie, but we're going to be talking about it anyway because, we just want to talk about it. And why not, you know? Should we go see it? Should we go see it together?
Yeah, I'd like to go see it. Maybe we do a before and after kind of poddy about Black Panther.
Okay.
I mean, it is a big flick. We both like movies.
Yes.
Like
It's a superhero movie, hey?
Yeah. Action, adventure. It's done really well at the box office, I believe.
Okay.
It's a real hit.
Now, I don't know much about it, but has there been a little bit of controversy surrounding the movie? Is it about, is everybody on the movie black? Is that the main thing? Or what exactly is going on there?
As far as I've heard or understand or have read about is, it's set in a fictional African country. That's like kind of a secret hideaway that the rest of the world maybe doesn't have access to or something like that. And I think the main hero is black, and all the people from this country, the natives of the country, are black. And I think it has to do with like a bit of colonialism of like white people trying to get there, like maybe something along the lines of there's some resource they want or something, and that sort of vibe. I think this is the same kind of thing that happened in what was that one, Avatar, where there's like a resource.
Okay, it's like a black avatar.
Yeah. But I believe it has like it kind of mirrors what has gone on in our kind of world history regarding colonialism and like black oppression, like slaves.
I see. It's like a bit of a commentary on the history that's gone down, and a bit of a satire. Does it poke fun, or is it more serious? Like, is it a serious movie?
I think it's
as serious as superhero movies can be, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean,
sometimes I find myself laughing, like, what?
Yeah.
Well, this is too much.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you mean? Over the top? Like...
Yeah, like guys just... I don't know. Some of the Iron Mans and stuff like that. It's just like... It's too much, you know?
But
like, I'm a big X-Men fan and that kind of stuff. And that's got like a darker kind of... Like the new Wolverine. I haven't seen it either. But that's supposed to have like an edgier... kind of somber
that one
mood
was
to it.
Quite harsh. I actually went to go see it with my girlfriend and it was too much. Like in the first 5 minutes he spikes people through the face like 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
And he's a bit of an alcoholic.
Yeah, bit of alcoholic.
Old Logan.
And there's a there's a, not to spoil anything, but there's a no, I won't say.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Well, if you're an alcoholic and you've got this ability to. He's got a raging temper, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's probably due to the fact that he's somewhat immortal, and he's
But wasn't he pissed off before he got immortal?
maybe, yeah. Didn't he
He's
lose
like
his? Yeah, he like lost his chick or something. Like
Yeah, he's like a Canadian lumberjack, isn't he?
yeah,
Like
something
pissed
along
off
those
at
lines.
life, and then
Yeah,
he
and then
became.
they clapped an experiment on him.
Yeah, he became a X-Man, and he can't die, right? Unless they chop off his head.
It's like Highlander. I think he just heals super fast, but I'm not sure. He does lose limbs though. Like, remember there's that Weapon X or something.
That takes him out.
No, he is Weapon X.
Oh.
And yeah, in the one comic, he only has one arm or one hand. Yeah, because he lost it. Anyway, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, that's like a multifaceted character, that's got like a lot of background, and that layer of, he's an alcoholic just makes him so much more interesting. So I'd be keen to know what the lead character in Black Panther has going for. Is he just your average kind of superhero, or has he got more kind of like, well, it seems like he's got potentially a lot of layers, as it's like you mentioned, this whole colonialism thing.
yeah,
So he's obviously got that thing going where he's like probably feels oppressed,
yeah,
or I don't know. I have to see it.
yeah. We have to
We
see
have
it,
to
'cause
go.
now we're just speculating, aren't we?
I know.
Yeah.
I want to go see this movie.
If we had to put that movie together, how would you want his character to be? Like, if you're thinking layers, you're thinking colonialism. Do you think he would be a drinker, or do you think he'd be like quite straight cut?
You know that meme that goes around, the guy with the big cock?
Yeah.
Now this guy, I'm sure he's alive. I think
Yeah.
I saw him. He was like at a porn expo somewhere,
Really?
and chicks were like giving him money to just touch his cock and get a selfie with him.
Yeah.
And this guy, for me, would be an awesome character in a superhero movie because, and for something like Black Panther too, because he's black,
Yeah.
and he's got this other appendage. I don't know what is Black Panther's powers. For me, like having to answer your question would be okay. He's got a huge cock.
Mm. And this isn't like racial stereotypes you're throwing in there, like,
No, I'm talking about that meme. You've seen
Yeah,
the
yeah,
meme.
I've seen the meme.
It's
yeah, but there's no. I mean, it's not like, oh, African people have big dicks. Or
No, I
something
didn't
like
say that.
Yeah, you
No.
didn't say that. Just to clarify,
Just the fact
it
that
was
this
the fact
guy-
that this guy is black, and it's a meme that you thought of now. Therefore, it kind of
I just
relates.
think he's an interesting character. Like where
Yeah.
does he come from? Like maybe he's not even African. I don't know. Maybe
like, why is he?
maybe he comes from America. Maybe he has a similar story to Logan, where they
Yeah.
did an experiment on him, and his cock just like it's like huge now,
Yeah.
and now he's dealing with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the guy can get an erection. I'm not sure, but where were we going with this?
But do you think if that guy got an erection, like, it would probably, he'd lose blood in like most of his
he'd
body?
pass out.
Yeah, like, or organs would fail potentially.
I think it's a burden. It's more of a burden.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a superhero movie. It would be like a drama. It would be like like
like his hardships and like
and
problems
then,
with his family.
and then the closing act would be that he has this operation where he at the same time he donors like 3/4 of his cock off to people that have lost it in like farming accidents,
like cock meat, and they get
with that muscle fiber that
yeah.
and then he's got a normal size cock, or a little bit larger than average,
Yeah.
and then he can carry on with a healthy sexual relationship. But
Yeah. Either that, or he learns to accept it and live with it, and somehow, I don't know, uses it for like some kind of self realization, self discovery.
self-discovery.
Maybe fathers like more. He wouldn't father more children.
I don't think he
because
can have sex.
Yeah. He could impregnate, but not
he's,
necessarily have penetrative sex.
if he can ejaculate, and
It's
if
a
his
long distance,
soldiers are
Yeah.
healthy, but I don't. I think that's how he earns his living.
Just by being.
So he's probably out there. He's looking for money, and get him in the movie. You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to be the main character. He could be a supporting character. And talking about racial cliches or stereotypes.
Yeah.
I think that's been debunked anyway. The fact, like that whole thing that people say, "Oh, black people have larger penises than white people." I think that's been debunked.
Yeah.
That's been clinically proven. Don't quote me on this. Hold on. Before I go further,
Disclaimer.
let me just put a disclaimer out there. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is me just having a conversation, and these are my thoughts, and I stand by them. But I'm no medical expert or anything like that, and I don't know this guy personally, so I'm just assuming what's going on.
Yeah, and I mean these are thoughts currently, you know, and they're open to change. You know, a minute, 10 minutes, an hour from now, they could change with new information. That's the beauty of having an open mind, is that you know, your opinion could change as new evidence is shown to you.
Exactly, and this is what we're all about. Like, let's assume something, but at the same time, let's be open to the fact that it might not be true. So just putting it out there that like we don't know exactly what we're talking about
At all.
No, but I mean,
But a bit.
Obviously we've got some life experience under our belt,
we've
you know,
been around,
and we don't know about you, but I've been exposed to a lot of media. Don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Probably a bad thing. So I kind of think I know what's going on, but that's just saying that. I realize that the person that hasn't been exposed to a lot of media is probably better off than I am, because he's got like a clean slate, whereas my mind has been, I don't know, like partitioned by the media industry.
But it also depends on your filter. Like,
yes, the filter is so important.
Perhaps you've got a fine enough gauze of a filter that you know, you can only let in what you feel is right, and hopefully what you feel is right is good enough. I think. I mean, I know you. I've known you for a long time, and I think you have a pretty good filter for like bullshit and what truth is and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so, but let's explore, you know?
Yeah, let's go swimming. Let's go swimming through the facts.
So, Black Panther, we want to go see. I don't know if it'll be, by the time we go, maybe it's not even in the box office anymore. I know it's in the cinema at the moment, but
I know it's doing really well. As I said before, like I've seen in the news that it's made $1 billion already. $1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion. And I think this was over, could have been like 4 weekends or something like that. And it keeps being a top hit at the box office. So
that's stupid.
Because
money.
of that, that is
that's
stupid
fuck
money.
you money. Hey, you go fuck yourself. I have $1 billion.
But I think with that in mind, it might be at the cinema for longer than like Edge of Tomorrow, or you know, something that didn't do as
Edge
well.
of Tomorrow, was that Tom Hanks? No, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it was quite a decent movie. I enjoyed that. I quite like an adventure sci-fi. Groundhog Day.
I had a very interesting conversation with somebody on the weekend who told me that Tom Cruise does all his stunts.
Really?
He's one of these guys, not many of them are out there, like A-grade actors with like shitloads of insurance money and stuff like that, and like, you know, because a lot of the time companies, well, he mentioned that companies wouldn't allow actors to do their own stunts just in case.
Tom Cruise mentioned that?
No.
Oh, this guy.
Okay. Well, I wasn't having a conversation with Tom Cruise. I was having a conversation with a stuntman.
Yeah. Sorry.
Who's privy to this kind of information, and I have no reason to not believe him.
Yeah.
And I do think that I heard something about him doing that one stunt on the side of that plane in the last Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
So
Tom.
yeah. So kudos to Tom for doing that. You know, like he's not everybody's cup of tea,
Yeah.
but respect. You know, if you're gonna do your own stunts and you know, that's not what everybody does. So
Yeah.
it takes a lot of balls.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't take away from the fact that he is a little bit cunty, yeah. Like in
He plays
reality,
a great. Talking about Avatar, wasn't he in Avatar?
Tom Cruise.
Yes, he was that guy in Avatar,
No.
like the bald-headed guy with the folded up shirt and the hairy forearms.
What?
He was in Avatar. He played a brilliant cunt in Avatar. He was the guy pushing the project.
No, you're thinking of that one, Tropic Thunder. Wasn't it Tropic Thunder where Tom Cruise was like this overweight like producer type?
Yes,
director?
wasn't that Avatar?
No, it was Tropic Thunder.
Oh, another brilliant movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my faves.
Jeez.
But that fits in nicely with what we're talking about.
Yeah.
With the racial, you know, is that racist now? You know, Robert
Oh, yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is playing. He's a American actor playing a Australian character who is playing a character in a movie who is black. And I think one of the scenes in the movie, the one guy calls him out, like, that's racist. And he's like, don't be fucking with me, motherfucker. Like, he's like,
Still in character.
He's like in character the whole time. It was brilliant. But that's basically blackface.
Yeah.
But it's blackface taken to such an artistic level where for the life of me, I can't bash it, you know.
That's the thing, because there is the separation there, because he's playing someone who is blackfacing. He's not directly blackfacing, like trying to play the role of a black
it's
man.
a movie.
And just what's so wrong with a bit of blackface? Like, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're not doing it in like a way that like you're trying to like poke fun at a race, it's more like playing a character or something like that. Like, and it's part of the costume. Like, come on, people are sensitive, man.
Yeah. I generally stay well clear of that whole world of blackface. Like, you wouldn't find me blackfacing. Definitely not, because there is a part of me that thinks that it's really, like, if I think about the history of this, like, how did it start, for example?
Yeah.
Like, there are some serious racial things there that aren't right.
Okay. Did it start in a place that was pretty
Yeah. No,
pretty
it started
mocking?
Yeah, it started very. I think it started in a place where the equality laws that we have now weren't in place. So there was already legalized prejudice.
Okay.
You know, and this just fueled that fire and mocked, I think.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware of. Please let me know if you guys know the full story on this. It would be nice to know that. But and this kind of like was at the time fine, because people in that particular segment that they were particularly trying to mock or dress up as didn't have a voice. You know, they couldn't vote. They couldn't. They were oppressed. You know. So
was this global? This blackface?
I think it started. I don't know where it started exactly, but it goes way back.
Okay.
Like goes back to like before color film. Like, I think, you know, like they're doing this black and white
pretty
film
old.
days. Pretty old.
Okay.
But it's also like a little story that I can tell you. That where I kind of had this whole thing with the blackface, where I was in Austria, and people go around there and they celebrate some kind of religious holiday where kids dress up as the three wise kings. And apparently one of the kings is black.
Okay.
So, and there's always been like on a particular day in Austria, people would walk around and the kids would be dressed up as the three wise men, not the three wise kings.
Yeah.
So one of the people, they would dress up with three wise men. There was always like a black character involved.
Yeah.
So it was probably never the case that it was a black kid playing
Yeah,
the black person, because
there aren't many black people in
Austria. Yeah. So it was always like a white kid that's dressing up. And then, so I experienced this, and it was like, people were upset because one of the parents had said, look here, I don't want my kid to be involved in this. Like, I don't want him to be the black character.
Okay.
Because it's offensive.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But what I heard in as a rebuke towards that was, oh, but we've been doing it for all this time. It's not meant to be taken offensively.
Okay. And
I didn't agree with any of those statements, but I did realize that with media and everything, times are changing. Even in like little towns in Austria, they're getting basically exposed to this PC Americanization of racism or that whole thing, which is a big issue in a lot of countries, particularly America. I think that's where it kind of has, obviously also South Africa. I mean, look at us.
Well, I think
look at us. I mean,
any country that has experienced some kind of oppression in that way.
Yeah, but they didn't have that. The Austrians don't have that with black people. Because there were no black people there.
Yeah.
So it was more like an innocent kind of thing. So I understand your point of view where you'd say, hey, well, what's the problem?
I think I could be just being a little like innocent or naive about it, and I don't know about any kind of blackface racist history or but like I'm kind of like of the idea that if like a black person did like a white face for whatever reason, not to be like mocking or anything, but just to play a character in a film or whatever, then that wouldn't really bother me. But then again, like there is no like historical like negative history or backdrop of this shit for me to kind of feel offended about. And also I've had a pretty privileged life, so that wouldn't bother me if they were being slightly mocking or anything.
Well, this is the thing, because we're talking about people that have been exposed to prejudice from people that fall in our, let's say, our race category, Caucasian or whatever you call it. So for me, I'm always probably too much hypersensitive towards not putting myself in their shoes, kind of, or in let's say a person that was
previously oppressed
because of the color of his skin. But
do you mean you are conscious of the fact that you aren't that empathetic, or
no? I'm more
like you try to be empathetic.
Yes, like I'm more, but like that's why I said I would never do something like blackface, because I just don't feel comfortable.
Like I don't think I'd do it either. I have no reason to.
Yeah, but this is what it can, like, some people do it and you're like, well, this is offensive, because they do it in such a way where they're ignorant, or which is worse, they are provoking.
Yeah, they have some kind of agenda that they
exactly, which leads people to believe that that's a racist person, because why else would you do that? So. If you completely, like, take the Austrian story about it, it's like kids dressing up and he's putting on blackface because he wants to be one of the wise men. Yeah. That's not a problem for me.
Yeah, that's pretty innocent.
Yes. And if you got a problem with that I don't find that a problem, then comments on the podcast, let me know about that. We can discuss it. But
have a chat.
I just don't see that as being a problem, Yeah. But if you take somebody like what's his name? That famous footballer that plays for Atletico Madrid, Griezmann, who's a French guy. He dressed up as a NBA. No, he dressed up as a Harlem Globetrotter for like in Europe they had these weird a carnival. They dressed up and shit. So he dressed up as a Harlem Globetrotter.
Yeah,
which is basically like black tall guy with an afro and the Harlem Globetrotter kit on.
Yeah.
And posted on his Twitter, But this guy's a personality, he's got loads of followers.
Yeah.
And for me personally, you should know better, save yourself the frustration or the grief.
Yeah.
Yes, you're a French guy, you don't know anything about blackface, which he claimed at the end. His thing was, I didn't know about this, it was just me trying to be, it was my costume, fair enough, whatever. But before I take some black paint and rub it on my body, I'd like to think that I would maybe research this a little bit and think and say, hey, what? Okay, cool. I'm making my face black now. Is this let me just type this into the internet quickly?
Yeah.
Should I
be doing this?
Yeah. Should I be painting my face black for carnival?
Yeah.
Just to get it back, and then I think if he had done that, he wouldn't have done it. But maybe he did. He did know about that, and he did it anyway because fuck it. He doesn't give a fuck. There were no consequences.
Yeah. Yeah, but it could be a case of like that kind of naivety, like maybe he's never been exposed to that kind of PC-ness or
exactly. But that also gets too much though. It's like, oh, whoa.
Yeah. Like,
hold your horses, just like use some common sense.
You checked that there was that whole H&M thing here in South Africa where the EFF got like super angry, and they were like our local anger department here, but the advert, it was the advert of a child.
What color was the child, if you don't mind me asking?
A black child.
Because I'm guessing it's going to go.
Yeah, it's a racial thing. He was 7 to 10 years old, somewhere in that range, maybe 6, I don't know. But he had on a hoodie, a green hoodie, and in orange writing on it said "coolest monkey in the jungle," and there was like a white kid wearing like some hoodie that said something about a tiger or something, and there was basically like this kind of, I think it was like international outcry about the fact that H&M put this quote like racist kind of advertising out there, super insensitive, basically calling this little black boy a monkey because he's black. That's what people were getting at. And his mom is black. She lives in Sweden. They live in Sweden, and she got death threats about this thing because she was saying she doesn't see what the problem is. She didn't see it that way. She didn't like take it as some kind of racial slur against her son.
Which you have to do. Do you have to connect the dots to do that?
Yeah.
To get to that
point?
point?
You really have to connect the dots.
Do you have to connect the word monkey with a black person?
Yeah.
To get angry.
So for me, that smacks of like being like oversensitive or having some kind of pushback agenda. Maybe you are trying to create like more awareness for this kind of thing, and like you don't want this kind of thing to happen. The ability for people that have like a negative agenda to like mock you or your race or something like that. But what happened here in South Africa was, the EFF went around to H&M stores around Cape Town, around the country, and basically kicked down railings, like threw shit around, broke things. Like no one got hurt or anything, but they were just like basically saying, fuck you, H&M, you closing down your stores here in South Africa because of this. And the woman got death threats from other black people because she didn't have as much of an issue about it.
That's crazy. It's like, first of all, you shouldn't be destroying other people's property because that's illegal. You can't just act like that. And second of all, let's just put this in perspective now. And like, you're angry because of a word. Yes, you're angry because of a word, but also the context on a certain person.
Yeah.
But it goes so much deeper because, like, talking about words, like, wouldn't it be great, because is it helping the discussion or is it hurting the discussion?
I think it's making the word even
more harmful.
Yeah, it's putting like exclamation marks on the word monkey and like.
Whereas I would think to myself,
that's a cute
monkey.
top.
That's a brilliant animal. Like, it's my one of my favorites.
Yeah, monkeys are
and they're
great.
awesome. And it's a top. And there's all kinds of things on tops these days.
I'm a Caucasian male, and if I don't have any kids yet, but my son, if he's climbing a tree or whatever, I'll say, "Hey, little monkey,"
Yeah.
and there'll be no like racial thing or whatever. Like, if I adopt a child and I adopt a black child and he climbs a tree, and then I say, I've got 2 kids, a white one and a black one, and then I say to my black son, "Hey, you little monkey in the tree," like, is someone going to see that and be like, "You fucking racist"? Or is it going to be a case of like, come on guys, like, detach that word in your mind because it's a fucking animal.
Yes, and I understand you've had a tough past with apartheid.
Mm-hmm.
And words like that were used in a derogatory way.
Yeah.
And I would understand why you would have this in your mind that that's a word that shouldn't be used in that sense. But hold on, it's now 2018.
But context.
Yes, keep it in context. Nobody's outright. Nobody behind the scenes in fucking Sweden on the board of fucking H&M is trying to have a racial slur at you now.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that. It's just they're thinking and they're making words on clothing. It's like, come on, guys. I know what you're saying, but let's think this through, and we can have a discussion about it. But please don't go destroying other people's property.
Yeah, there's like it's okay. It's a very like there's a lot of layers, like history and oppression and like people being kind of hurt and stuff like that, or taking offense because of like certain contexts of words and stuff like that. But like you can't take every situation where there's, as Jared said, like where you can like potentially connect a dot, connect enough dots and you can find an issue with anything. I could be like, geez, you're drinking as if like you're starving, or sorry, you're eating that as if you're like hungry, like you're like starving or whatever.
Calm down.
And then it's going to be like, oh, why? Because I'm poor. And it's like, no, that's not what I mean. It's like, yeah, there's a whole contextual thing to take into account here with like every single one of these kind of outrages, Yeah, so about kind of people taking, like being a little bit oversensitive and stuff like that. On the other hand, I was also thinking that like you can, like there can be reason for people to be oversensitive. So there is a level of understanding that needs to come from the side of the people who are not finding a problem with this issue and wondering why other people are finding a problem with this issue. But at the same time, the people that are finding a problem with these issues and these words that join the dots until it becomes offensive to them, like there is perhaps like a level of like it's context. When it's taken out of context and then put into your own context to make it offensive, like that smacks to me of like there is some sort of agenda at play there, or just oversensitivity. Like everybody cannot be like looking out for every other person on earth and being like, oh shit, did I hurt someone's feelings here? Like you can't live life like that. There's like anyone could be offended about anything. I mean, yeah, you could make a comment about like toes and someone's lost a toe in their life, and then it's like, oh shit, I offended him,
But it's also like, is it helping the situation, because now you're going to get angry about it. And let's say the best case scenario is H&M pulls out of South Africa. Cool. Okay, we're out of here. We fucked up. We have to pay fines, whatever. We're racist. Sorry, we take full responsibility for this. okay, cool. And now what? You know, it's like, what are you getting out of this?
Yeah.
And then are you just on the lookout for the next person that's going to be like, apparently going out there to offend you personally? And it's like, just relax, calm down. You can't change the past. You can try and change the future. You know, let's move forward. And like, always ask yourself, like, you know, what am I getting out of this? And like, for me, what also helps is if somebody insults me, you know, it's only an insult if I take it as an insult.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you call me a fat fuck, I could take that as an insult, but then I'd have to believe that I'm a fat fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't. I don't believe I'm a fat fuck.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
it's not an insult.
Yeah.
It's just you saying something that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Or you've obviously got, like, let's go deeper. Like, why are you saying this?
Yeah.
Because there is some kind of hole in your life that you need to fill with, like, drama or
Yeah.
that, you know, it goes probably back down to, like, your childhood or whatever. Something happened there. I'm not sure, but
you like calling other people names.
yeah, you get something out of it, and that's cool. Like, see how that works out for you. You know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
look here, all we want to do is go see Black Panther and enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be a great movie. I haven't seen last superhero movie I saw, I think, was Iron Man or something like that, like back in the day.
I saw Thor Ragnarok quite recently, and it was entertaining. It was funny,
I know, but they are entertaining. But
it was so funny. No, this one was like made to be funny though. It was like a comedy. It was really
Really?
enjoyable. Yeah, it was made by the dude that made Flight of the Conchords, like the director of Flight of the Conchords.
he made like a superhero Thor movie.
Yeah, and he's in it as well as this one character. Like you hear his voice there. I can't remember what the guy's name is.
Flight of the Conchords, one of my favorite series of all time.
Yeah, he also made that What We Do in the Shadows. That also the Flight of the Conchord guys, the comedy like vampire thing, mockumentary type vibe.
Okay.
Oh, he made that too. So it's coming from the mind of a comedic genius director. So,
But the director of Black Panther.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, but yeah, I was just talking about Thor. Yeah, Thor was great. That was the last one I saw.
Do you think Black Panther will be as great as Thor?
Well,
we'll have to watch it.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it to know. I think it's going to be very different to what Thor was. I mean, Thor was outright comedy adventure, and I think
Was that with that Hemsworth character?
yeah, I think so. That Thor character. Yeah,
He's also from
Chris Hemsworth or something.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But he used to have long blonde hair for Thor, and now he had short hair for that movie. Is that right? It was a short-haired Thor.
I think he maybe got a haircut in the movie. I think.
Wow.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Oh, it makes you want to go. Just that makes me want to go see it.
Yeah, it was a goodie. But yeah, I think Black Panther is going to be great. I've got a lot of positive feedback about it from people. There was like a little bit of negative feedback that I saw, some people taking offense to it and whatnot for their own racial reasons. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any issue with this one. Yeah.
Let's go see it, and then do a podcast about
post having
Black
seen
Panther.
it. Yeah, and we can talk about it blank.
Yeah.
Really get in there.
But let's wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to all our listeners out there. Thanks for subscribing. Really appreciate it. And loving the comments also.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see those comments.
Gives me a little tingle in the bottom of my scrotum, you know?
A tingle in your dingle.
It just tingles there. So every time there's like a comment, I just get a little bit of a tingle, and I'm like, ooh, wow. It feels good.
Fajang.
So thanks for that, guys. And
Jared, what was your favorite part of this podcast we just did? I've got mine. I just want to know what yours was.
wow, I enjoyed the Blackface thing, how it came to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. And the meme, that guy should be
that
in
was
the
my
movie.
favorite. The meme
That guy
guy
should be in a
and
movie.
also the fact that like considering that you could cut up his penis to help a bunch of other people with that cock meat, with their like penis transplants.
We should make a documentary finding that guy, finding
Sure.
the giant cocked black meme guy. Where is he? Let's go talk to him. What's his story? Where was he born? What is he? What's his favorite color?
Is his cock always that big?
Is it real?
Yeah,
You
is
never
it
know
real?
these days. It looks real.
Does look real. They can do a lot with Photoshop these days, though.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, man.
So this is us signing out. Enjoy yourself, guys. Looking forward to catching up with you on the next podcast.
Yeah, be safe on the roads, and when it rains, just appreciate that. Appreciate that rain.
Don't complain about the rain. Come on.
No matter where you are in the world, water is an issue everywhere.
Precious.
Yeah, it's a precious commodity. It's running low. It's a rarity. Just stop complaining.
Get wet.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.